Okay, welcome to Bears and Bulls. This is the daily coverage of the Philippine Stock Exchange. I'm your host, Ike Signeres. We have a guest, but first we'll start with the market update. Go.
After the local market eased yesterday, share prices slumped again this afternoon as the Philippine Stock Exchange Index dropped by 0.85% and the All Shares Index down by 0.39%. Of the 6 sectors, holding firms in mining and oil shares only gained today. Meanwhile, 4 followed the retreat of the composite index. These are financial, industrial, property, and services. Total trade volume reached 1.7 billion, worth 2.2 billion pesos. Decliners crush advancers 73 to 26, while 43 shares remain unchanged. For GNN Newscast, April Abalio reporting.
Okay, that was a report. Thanks to April. So back to our interview. We have as our guest this morning, Mr. Mark Gadiano. Hello, Mark.
Hi.
Okay.
Good morning.
Mark is an expert in motivational speaker. Yes, he's a motivational speaker for network marketing organizations. And he is also a consultant for many of them, right, Mark?
Yeah, most of them.
There's a saying, birds of the same feather flock together. So when I saw Mark, I recognized right away that we have the same feather. Yeah, we are business people, we are marketing people. But I also noticed that he is my compatriot twice, no? You speak Ilonggo.
Yeah.
You speak Cebuano.
Yes.
Okay, we can do that here.
Yeah, no problem. We can do that.
Well, you know, we have to greet our viewers and listeners nationwide.
Okay.
We're coming out in local cable stations all the way to Mindanao. And, you know, Mindanao, there's plenty of people there who speak. You speak Ilocano also, right?
I do speak Ilocano.
Why? We also come out in Ilocos.
Yeah, Ilocos. So, naimbag na bigat ka na kayo amin.
How about your Ilonggo, Mark?
Mayad na aga sa inyong tanan.
Mayad na aga din, and then yung Cebuano?
Og maayong buntag kaninyong tanan nga sa Sugbo.
Oh, you just passed my test. Well, we asked for your help today, Mark. We invited you because there's a lot of people out there who's looking for business.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we're in a global crisis. And even those who are working are looking for an extra means, no?
Yeah.
Of income. So, since you are giving it as a professional service to marketing companies, this morning we'll ask you to give that kind of an advice free.
Yeah, of course. It's for free. No problem about that.
To ordinary people.
Yes.
No? So, you're talking about people who are not necessarily jobless.
Yeah. For in fact, we can include them.
Yes. They might have a job. They might have a job.
And for an additional income.
Yes, additional income. They may be a housewife. The husband might be working or the husband might be engaged in business. But everyone is looking, right?
Yes.
Well, actually, a lot of people are engaged in real estate, insurance, and pre-need, right? Pre-need.
Yeah.
And it's giving a lot of people good livelihood, no? Now, recently, there's been, I guess, an upsurge, no? In network marketing, multi-level.
Yes.
And I think it's also giving a lot of people livelihood. Except that we all have to watch out for the con men, right?
Yeah.
Because there are even in insurance there are con men.
That's
And
true.
earlier this week we had a guest, Mr. Convince Nobales. He's one of the early pioneers of network marketing, and he told us that what we have to watch out for are number one, products.
Of course.
There has to be a product. Otherwise, you're dealing with a con man.
Yeah,
Okay?
that's a problem.
Right. Number two, I think 70% of the entry fee has to be given back to the participant in terms of products.
But the best thing is that if there's a company that would give you 100%,
Wow.
better or more than.
Well, tell us about that, Mark. Go
We
ahead.
can share with that.
Go ahead. Tell us about
Okay,
that.
so actually, once you join a multi-level marketing, be sure that there's always a value for money. And that's the problem. Because a lot of people, when they join the multi-level marketing, they just buy the kit, we just buy or something, and then the product would be around 50% or something like that, and that would be a problem because you cannot easily recover your money. And there were companies right now, especially the locally, local companies that we have in this country, they were giving out 100% value for money. So as once you join in multi-level marketing, be sure to join at such type of companies. Because if you won't join on that type of companies, then there could be a problem in the future. And that's what had happened. Multi-level marketing is a very good business, but at the same time, it's a bad business.
I agree with you. It's a good business. Again, I will repeat myself. Just like pre-need. Pre-need is a good industry.
Yeah.
It offers a very valid service. It answers the need of people.
Precisely.
And well, there's supposed to be a regulatory mechanism that somehow failed, no? Right now, I understand that multi-level marketing is under the regulation of both DTI and SEC.
So far, there is no such concrete law that would control or whatsoever. I mean, we may say there is no that such concrete law right now that would control this multi-level marketing. That's why it must from anywhere.
Well, maybe you can't really call it regulation. Maybe what DTI is doing is more in the form of supervision.
Maybe.
Okay, I'm quite comfortable with that. That's why you have a government.
Yes.
So they can watch over things. No? And so far, I think DTI has been doing its job in terms of supervising this thing.
Yes, a little bit.
Yes. We have not yet seen a case wherein there was a failure of supervision. Not yet. Have you seen anything? Come on.
Actually, once we talk of multi-level marketing, especially when we talk about supervision of the government, maybe there were some loopholes. I may say loopholes.
Okay.
Why? Because if there will be no any loopholes with that particular business, supposed to be this business, will just grow at such. I can cite an example. There was one time in this country came, a multi-level marketing company came in this country from the U.S. When the U.S. have found it out, the federal government have found it out that it is a scam. They call it a scam. The U.S. government stopped it.
And so it was discovered. It was discovered there.
Yeah, it was discovered by the U.S. government. So they stopped it all over the globe.
All right.
And then they paid us after 5 years.
What
I was able to collect some,
What do you mean paid you? You mean it was stopped elsewhere, but it continued here?
No, they've stopped. They file a case with the federal government, and then after that, all those investors who haven't made money, they've returned the money.
The U.S. government returned
The U.S.
it.
government,
My goodness, that's good, huh?
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm trying to say. That there are loopholes in this country. You know why? Because in this country, there's a big difference. When a certain company have stopped his organization or his company, what you are doing is you just have to stop it, and that's it.
Wait, what you're saying, Mark, is you're citing the case of an American multi-level company which was discovered to be a scam, and the American government came in and probably, what do you call that? Put it under supervision or?
No, they totally closed down the company.
Yeah, they closed it down, but they
recovered all
the assets. They took over the
assets all over the globe.
Okay.
And then divide it among the distributors.
Wow. We should have something like that.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm trying to say. Because you were asking me that the DTI were doing their job. So
Well,
it's something like, what I'm trying to say is that if they can do such thing like the U.S. government have done, I think that's much better.
It would be great to have something like that.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, let's put that in perspective. Right now, the pre-need companies are saying they're not even insurance.
No,
So
they are not insurance.
They should not be under the insurance commission. So, okay, in the case of multi-level marketing, I think it's a good thing that DTI voluntarily somehow stepped into the picture and said, hey, uh, mm, we can what? We can suspend any company that breaks the rule, the 70% rule. But still, SEC is there. I mean, SEC is above everything, right?
Yes.
I mean, if you sell something that's probably illegal or whatever, SEC can suspend your corporate, I don't know if it's a license, but your corporate status, no? So, wow, you might be dreaming today, Mr. Mark.
I'm not.
Huh?
But
SEC has that kind of a power, I think.
they've got, but the implementation, I think that's the question. A little bit. I'm not questioning their credibility. I'm not questioning whatsoever.
Yes, yes.
But what I'm trying to share with this is that I'm just sharing something that if and only if they were able to monitor all these things, this will not happen. Especially there were a lot of cases in a few years back that it closed down. You know, the company will just close down, and then after that, the people will just roam around, and then put up another company.
Well,
so as this is the most important thing right now, at least I'm so thankful that you've invited me to do this, because to warn the people on what particular and what are the criterias to do so that they can join on the particular business.
Okay, if you want to join our discussion, we have a phone number, 474-6680. I repeat, 474-6680. We have a text number, 0922-830-0098. You can send us an email, gnnpse@yahoo.com or gnnpse09@gmail.com. You can also send us a YM at gnnpse. We have this morning as our first guest, Mr. Mark Gadiano. He is a motivational speaker for network marketing. He is already motivating me. You know, Mark, I have a mixed emotion this morning. I'm happy that you are offering a solution, but I'm sad that I still don't see it. You know, you don't have to go very far. Legacy Bank has been in the news. CAP has been in the news. That's really the simple solution. Take over the assets, distribute it to the investors.
Yes.
And that's it.
That's it. We're done. And I think if that would be that,
Don't
that
you
would
wish
be-
that it's as simple as that, my friend?
Well, the US have done it. That's, I mean, well, it's hard to compare the Philippines with the US government. But what I'm trying to say is that if there is only a regulating body that would regulate all these activities, I think there would be no problem with the people, with the Filipino people, in investing. You know, you have to invest these people, especially the investors, is from the top to the bottom. When I'm saying bottom, there were people who joined this organization like 350 pesos. And then, as high as right now, I think, I've heard there's one company that around 60,000 pesos. So to start with one head. Well, of course, once you're an investor and then you want to put up a company, of course, the bigger the company, the bigger also the initial capital outlay. But as a multi-level marketer, there is a big difference. The best thing with this is that you don't have a warehouse. You can do the business without a warehouse.
Well, someone else has a warehouse, not you, right?
Yeah.
Someone's got to have a warehouse.
Yeah, they can have. But
Yeah.
you can start with this business with a very small amount, with a few peso. And then after that, you have your own secretary.
Yes.
Let's say, I'll just cite an example. For 350 pesos registration or 450 pesos registration, you have your own secretary. You have your own very good office, a good ambience at that. And you have a business, a lineup of products, and you have a good business marketing plan with that amount. When you start a business like with the Philippine Stock Exchange, of course you need millions for that. But with the multi-level marketing, you can start with less than 1,000 and earn more than the amount you want. It depends on the people whom you know, because multi-level marketing actually is more of a relationship business.
Wow, I like that. You're using big words this morning, Mark. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. A relationship business, when I talk, so as when you talk about the asset of multi-level marketing, the asset of multi-level marketing is not the machineries. It's not the building, but it is the leaders within the organization.
Sounds like advertising.
Yeah.
I remember during my advertising days, people would say that our inventory goes down with the elevator
Yeah. Oh,
because
I
the
love that.
talent goes home.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So relationship marketing. Huh? I
Yes.
find it well a little bit strange, a little bit interesting that you are calling them investors, but in fact they are, huh?
Yeah.
Small as maybe.
Small as maybe, but you know, it will increase and make a huge money in the future, if ever. If they make it good, you know, in doing this business.
Well, this is a stock market show,
Yeah. I know
and
that.
we have investors here.
Yes, I
When
do understand.
someone buys a stock, that's investment.
That's true.
But now you're coming in from the multi-level industry, and you're saying that the small people, the operative word is join.
Join.
Join,
Yeah.
become a
Sponsor.
member, sponsor. Those are the words that I
Yeah.
hear.
Yes.
But now you're saying invest,
Yeah.
right?
Because that's a part of an investment.
It's true. When you part with your money, it's
It's
investment.
money, that's an investment.
Not unless you're giving it away, right?
That's right.
Okay.
It's a donation.
Okay. Good. I like that. I like that image of someone, maybe an employee, maybe a beneficiary of an OFW
Yes.
somewhere, and he's got what? 500 pesos maybe, 1,000, 5,000 pesos. He's got that money. Just like the stock market, you look at the stocks.
Yeah.
Where do I put my money?
Yeah, that's right.
At
Of
least
course.
here the information is transparent.
Yeah.
There's a ticker tape there. You
Yeah.
can go back to the history.
You can go back to the history and take the graph.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then you can play around the graph. That
Actually,
anything
you know
that
your
moves
risk.
down,
You
it
know
goes
your
up.
risks.
Yes.
You know which ones are blue chip. You know which ones are yielding high but kind of risky. You know
Yeah.
your risk. Here you are. You're going into the multi-level market.
There's a big difference. In the stock market, the higher the investment, the
You know
higher
what?
the return.
There's no
And
rating
the higher the
service
risk.
actually.
Yeah.
There's no rating service. There's no information that would tell the people, the investors, who the good guys are and
Of
who the
course, we know
bad guys
that.
are, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's good. That's
But
good.
there's a big difference in multi-level marketing. Because in multi-level marketing, it is not the money that counts. It is more of the relationship that counts.
Wow. Are you sure you're not selling a religion?
No, I'm not. I am not.
Expound on that. Expound on that.
I am not.
Okay.
Because multi-level marketing, once you have a good relationship, they call it the downline and the uplines. Okay, we have to understand first the downlines and the uplines.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
Now, when you say you are the upline, the people that you've invited, you're downlines. And those people you've invited, they call you the upline.
Okay.
There is what we call the downline and upline relationship. Once this upline and downline relationship will be broken, that's the end of your business. Okay. Now, in multi-level marketing, I may always say that this is one of the very sure or the very secured business if regulated properly.
By whom?
By the government, of course. if it will be regulated by the government. Why?
Okay.
Okay. The reason was that if the government will regulate this, and can you imagine if you will buy something on the same, the value for money. Let's say, I have a product now. I will put up a multi-level marketing. Example, I put up multi-level marketing. And then what I'll do is that, here's my product. You buy it from me. And I'll give you the profit now. Okay. So once you sell the product, you have now the profit. Assuming, okay, this product will give you a profit of 20%. You buy it from me as, let's say at 1,000, let's say at 100 pesos. Sell it at 120. So you have a profit of 20 pesos. Now, if you want it, a larger amount, take it at 1,000. You get 200 pesos. A higher, then you take it 10,000.
Sounds good.
Okay?
We have to take a break, Mark, but I know already what to do with you. Let's put up a reporting system for the good guys and the bad guys. When we come back, let's talk about that. Okay, welcome back to Bears and Bulls. This is the daily coverage of the Philippine Stock Exchange. We have our guest, Mr. Mark Gadiano. Good morning again, Mark.
Yeah, good morning again.
Okay, Mark is a motivational speaker, and I can see he's doing his job because he's already motivating me. But I have mixed emotions today, Mark.
Yeah, that's normal.
That's normal. You're also a doctor. Well,
That's why I said it normal because, yeah, you're now hearing something that it was not been divulged properly in the market. Because once a multi-level marketing will invite you in the organization, they won't tell you all these things. But we have to discuss this so that the people would understand. Because there's a big problem with multi-level marketing putting up a company. Can you imagine with a paid up capital of 62,500, and then they have their companies because that is already a subscribed capital of 1 million. With a 1 million company, and then here comes an investor that would invest around 5 million. So it's much bigger than the paid up capital. Can you imagine that business? So that is the problem with this multi-level marketing. That's why at least you have this program to open up the mind of these people on how to really invest in this business.
You know, that's the reason why I feel I'm partly depressed. You're supposed to motivate me, Mark, huh? You were just telling me about what actually happened. An American multi-level company went down.
Yes.
The American government seized the assets, consolidated it, and then tracked down the investors
Yes.
and gave the money back 5 years later.
Yes.
Fantastic. Now, here in the Philippines, you have people investing their lives, investing their money in pension plans, and they're approaching their final years, and they still don't get their money. That's a terrible comparison. Now,
Yeah.
you also mentioned about American companies. You know, American companies are under the law, are under American law, regardless of where they are. That is the reason why American companies doing business here in the Philippines cannot get involved in corruption. Here,
Yes.
even if they are not in the US, they cannot get involved in corruption
Okay.
because American law can go after them. They cannot give bribes because American law prohibits them from giving bribes. Now, imagine the comparison. Here in the Philippines, Filipino companies can get involved in in corruption, and they don't go to jail.
Yeah.
When will it ever happen that there will be a law disallowing Filipino companies from engaging in corruption outside the Philippines? Maybe not yet the time for it because people will laugh and they'll say, "Hey, you can't even curb corruption in your own country. Why will you prohibit?" But that, to me, that's advanced thinking. You know,
Yeah, who knows? It will happen.
it could, and maybe the outcome of this discussion today, Mark, I would suggest that your industry, since I know you have plenty of clients in the industry, talk to them. Talk to the bad guys. Don't talk to the bad. Talk to the good guys. Don't talk to the bad guys.
Okay.
Talk to them. Draft a bill, which we can submit to the Congress, submit to the Senate.
Yeah, actually, there were moves before, but there is a problem in multi-level marketing. Because in multi-level marketing, all the people here involved were all genius.
Genius.
Yeah, they're all genius. And they were all leaders.
Well, there are geniuses who use their genius the wrong way.
That's the
why
problem.
you need the law.
That's why
Right,
I
and-
think the senators or the congressman should do something about
Once you have that draft, we can invite the committee chairman here. We'll interview them.
it. Yeah.
We'll ask their views. And we will suggest to them to put it in the agenda.
I think that's
As a
good.
matter of fact, we can drive the issue
Yeah.
so that there will be a law. Because it's good for business.
Yeah, of course.
We do anything here that's good for business.
Yeah,
right?
that's why it's the Philippine Stock Exchange sponsored you.
And you know, pity the small investors, huh?
Yeah.
1,000 pesos will buy you what? Half a sack of rice?
Yes, that's more than 25 kilos of rice.
Yeah.
And a little viand.
Yeah. So, you know,
That's
you
good
really
enough.
have to put that in, that regulatory law to protect. And the upside of that is if there is already a protective mechanism, more people will invest.
That's true.
Yeah, more people will bring out their money, and it will pump in money to the economy more.
Yeah, that's why that's what happening in the US right now. Multi-level marketing business in the US is too huge because this is the only business that I may say that would make these people who are so hopeless and give them hope. This business is more of, you know, a hope, a business of hope. Can you imagine? You start with 1,000 pesos or 3,000 pesos startup capital, and then in the long run, you will observe there were people, you know, I observed in this business who made millions, but after a while, when the company, you know, their company have closed down, they're in the street again.
Wow.
That's
But
the
you know,
problem. Because it was not been regulated. That's the only reason.
Well, I believe it's a free market, it's a democratic country.
Yes.
People have choices. If they want to go into franchising, they could.
Yeah, that's part
They
of
wanna go
multi-level
into,
marketing also.
Retailing, they could. No?
Part of multi-level marketing also.
In fact, if they just want to go into the money market or the stock market, it's up to them,
Yeah, that's nice.
right?
Yes.
But people can only go into something if they can afford it. And to me, multi-level marketing is one of the affordable options. I like the option to be open, but I want also a shield, a regulatory shield
To protect the
to
people.
protect the people. It's just like insurance. Insurance
It's good.
is an investment.
Yes.
You're putting your money there.
Yeah. That is a responsibility in the future.
And the reason why it works is because there is regulation. Now, when that regulation fails, if the regulator forgets or looks the other way,
Then
because his
there's a
judgment
problem.
was clouded by money, that's a different story.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So, are you gonna draft that bill?
Maybe I have to be a congressman first. No problem. Actually, I'll talk with I'll talk with the good guys. I'll talk with the good guys to have it. Actually, we were able to organize it before, but as it goes, you know, beyond on the something like creating that particular aspect, these people wants to put up again another group. That is a problem with multi-level marketing. When they created the group and they see something that, oh, come on, it's good. They put up another one. So there's a breakaway. That is our problem.
That's okay. That happens in business. That's competition. Everybody can do that, but everyone has to be regulated. That's my point.
Yeah. So we need somebody there to at least, you know, spearhead that particular move, so that at least that particular move will materialize.
What I'd like to happen is, because you have motivated me already, I would like to see, well, maybe a database or a website for small investors to go to, like in the stock market.
Okay.
You can actually watch the ticker tape, you can read the newspapers, you can go to the website, and you'll find out the background of the listed companies. Everything is transparent. And in the PSE, aside from the regulatory functions of the Securities and Exchange Commission, the PSE has its own internal regulatory structure. So there is a very high comfort level. Besides, it's an old house. It's an old exchange, you know, very stable.
Yes.
So there is a comfort level. When you go to multi-level, people want to make money, sometimes quick money.
Yeah, it's a quickie money.
Sometimes too quick, sometimes too quick. It's all hazy.
Because it's quickie. Because it is quickie. That's why it's hazy.
Well, it's okay if you're just risking a few pesos. But if you're risking the money of your husband who is working abroad, risking his life, you know, that's right.
Yes.
So
that's
how I
another
wish there
story.
will be a database or a website where people can really see who are the incorporators.
And that's the problem with multi-level marketing. You know why? In multi-level marketing, this business is more of a people's business. you know, we call it relationship business or a people business. We don't count here on the machineries. We don't count here of the products. We count here of the number of people within your organization. And you want more people within your organization because that particular people were your machineries. Now, if somebody would take part of it, then it seems that you lose some of your machineries. Can you imagine if you've got around 70,000 people in your organization, and there's one guy here would take you around 20,000 people, then you lose already around how many percent for that? That is the problem with multi-level marketing. They want that as much as possible, especially in this country. This is a problem in our country. Once you work with one multi-level marketing company here, you cannot work with other multi-level marketing anymore. Unlike in the US, you can choose, you can select any multi-level marketing there and work there, and you won't be...
Is there a prohibition here? That
here in this country, yes, we have. Because maybe, I think, it's only, we're only few. Unlike the US company, there were, a huge number of people there.
But how do you implement that kind of a prohibition?
When somebody
it's really
sees
up
it,
to the person, right?
of course, but when the organization or the multi-level marketing company management have seen you working with other networking company or multi-level marketing companies, they will stop your commission.
That's not fair.
That's not fair. That's true. But
That's
in the
illegal.
US, you
That's your
can...
money.
Yeah, of course. Supposed to be. But that is the rule here. You have to sign a waiver before joining joining this organization. You've signed a waiver and says there, I will not work for any other company except this. And
That's in violation of free market.
Supposed to be. But
And besides, you're not an employee.
Yeah.
You are an investor, right?
Yeah, an investor.
Use that word.
Yes.
So if I am an investor, I can invest my money anywhere.
Supposed to be.
Yeah.
But there is a regulation within the organization that everybody binds with it. And it's binding.
That's the one that should be changed. That's
Precisely.
the second law.
Precisely. At least we can open that particular Pandora's box.
Okay, let's go to some examples, Mark. Let's say there's someone out there with some money, like 1,000 pesos, 5,000 pesos. What can they do? They want to invest their money. Maybe they think their money is too small to invest in the stock market.
Yeah, it's
What
too
can they
small.
do? What
They
can
can
they
join the multi-level marketing. Actually, there is one company there, Value for Money. They can visit it at at Green Hills area.
Well, they can actually invest 5,000 in the stock market. They just have to talk to the right broker.
Yeah,
Yes.
they can. But
Yes.
the
It's small
problem,
in relative to the trades that are being done, but it's possible.
it's possible, yeah. But
But for multi-level, 5,000 is already big.
yes,
And you just said that there's a place they can go to in Green Hills. What is this?
yeah, that's the TVP Enterprise. I think they have something like a Value for Money. If they're gonna invest for 350 pesos, they can buy
Oh
the
yeah,
product.
we talked about that earlier.
Something like that.
The
Yeah.
rule, I said, this information came from Mr. Novales, that there is really I don't know if it's a department order or some kind of policy from DTI that multi-level companies are required to give back
70%.
70%. The reason why there is a rule like that is many companies produce fancy folders
Yes.
and beautiful videos and glossy brochures, and that's what they will give you for your money.
Yes.
And a very little product, and you end up with nothing practically.
You end up with brochures.
which you cannot eat.
You cannot eat it. And you can have it as a display. Collection item.
It will make you look pretty.
Yeah.
But you're saying there is a company, or there are some companies.
There are some companies, Value for Money.
Okay.
Once you join, let's say you join for around 450 pesos, 500 pesos, 300 pesos, they'll give you a product with same value.
What is the smallest amount?
The smallest amount, I think right now, is around the 350 pesos.
That's
So far.
possible?
That's possible. You buy a product worth 350, you can sell it for 700.
Okay, you are consulting for TBP Enterprises,
Yes.
and their main product is an
Grapeseed.
antioxidant.
Yeah.
Imported, local.
Imported.
Okay. So anyone out there with some amount of money can walk into the, what is
Office.
that, a store or an office?
It's an office.
And what? What do you call that? Join